Hello again, welcome back to the Meishu Gakuen Hitachi Koto Gakko Eikai Wajukyo online listening homework video for the S course in the Reiwa Ninen. Okay, so we did Unit 1 last time of the Yume wo Kanairu book, and today what we're going to do is Unit 2. Well, this video is about Unit 2, and again, you have printouts, so please use the printouts as you're watching the video. Unit 2 has two topics. The first topic is talking about where something is. So, mono o sagasu. Mono sagas, mono nakushitara, doko ni aru no ka toka is the kind of conversation that you will hear. Then problem number 2 is train stations. So, if you're at a train station, what platform do you travel from? So what platform? Dono homu kara deru, dono homu kara shupatsu suru. So platform. Okay, so again, before we do any listening, before we do any problem solving, let's look at a few sample sentences in English and try to translate them into your own English. Once again, you do not need to be perfect. So here's the first set of problems, or this first conversation. Please pause this video or use your printout and write in the answers in English. And here is the second conversation. Please translate these sentences into your own English and submit them when you come to school. Okay, good. All right. Now, problem number 1. Let's move on. Problem number 1 is where. So like before, we're going to start with words and phrases. So guess what these words and phrases mean. Write the meaning that you think they are into your book and bring them to school. The first 5 words are as follows. Sure, leave on, leave under, next to, find, as if. Okay, so once you've written the words in, you can move this video on. So first, pause the video, do the problems, and then start the video. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Okay, so moving on. Here are the answers according to the book. How did you do? Pretty good? I hope so. Okay, we'll move on. Listening mondai toku. Okay, so let's solve the listening problem. So here we're talking about searching for something or the location of something. The key word you need to listen for usually is something called a zenchishi, or a preposition. Words like these: on, in, under, beside, next to, on top of, and so on. Other words that usually you can hear when you're doing listening tests would be something like search, find, leave, and marude nani 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 shite ita toka, as if, followed by a thing, followed by were, bidoshi no kakuge, followed by a genzai bunshi. And remember, genzai bunshi is just a doshi with an ingk. So eat, eating, have, having, and so on and so forth. So these are things that often you will hear when you're talking about location of things. So here's the picture. You see there, the question is, where does the woman find the keys? And there's location 1, the bookshelf, location 2, the sofa, location 3, the coffee table, and location 4, by the TV. So let's listen to the conversation and you guess the answer. And remember, circle whichever you think is correct.
Unit 2.
Number 1. I'm sure I left the keys on the sofa.
Well, they're not there, and they're not on the table.
How about next to the TV?
I found them on the bookshelf. They looked as if they were hiding.
Question. Where does the woman find the keys?
Unit 2.
Number 1. I'm sure I left the keys on the sofa.
Well, they're not there, and they're not on the table.
How about next to the TV?
I found them on the bookshelf. They looked as if they were hiding.
Question. Where does the woman find the keys?
Problem number 2. Which platform? Again, words and phrases. Again, use your printout. Again, guess the meaning. And then check with this video. So the words are go from or depart. Sign. Looks like. Anyway. Let's go. Now, take a minute or two to work out the meanings. Use a dictionary or your memory. Write them into your book. Pause the video here. Pause. And here are the answers. Can you check your answers, please? Thank you. Okay, don't forget to bring the printout with you when you next come to school. Listening Monday wo toku. Okay, so again, let's solve the problem. When you're leaving somewhere, there are 3 different places usually. If it's a train station, usually go to the platform. If you're departing from an airport, you usually go to a gate. And if you're departing from a bus stop, well, you usually go to a bus stop or a bus terminal. Sometimes it's called a bus terminal. Always remember, whenever you're in one of these places, a bus station, a bus stop, a train station or an airport, you should look at the signboards as much as possible. You should practice how to read a signboard in a foreign language. Now, one final thing before we listen. The difference between watashi no, watashi tachi no. Watashi no is always my, for one person. Watashi tachi no is our, 1, 2, 3 people, and so on. Students often make mistakes in this. Please don't make the mistake. Okay, let's listen.
Number 2.
Does our train go from platform 8?
No, platform 6. It says so on that sign.
My eyes are bad. That looks like platform 8 to me.
Anyway, it's no good waiting here on platform 4. Let's go.
Question. Which platform does the man and woman's train leave from?
Number 2.
Does our train go from platform 8?
No, platform 6. It says so on that sign.
My eyes are bad. That looks like platform 8 to me.
Anyway, it's no good waiting here on platform 4. Let's go.
Question. Which platform does the man and woman's train leave from?
Okay, so check your answers, and here comes the answer. Boom, platform number 3. Yay. I hope you got the answer correct. Okay, let's move on. The next section is again filling in the blanks. You know what to do. Number 1.
I'm sure I left the keys on the sofa.
Well, they're not there, and they're not on the table.
How about next to the TV?
I found them on the bookshelf. They looked as if they were hiding.
Question.
Please check your answers, and again, use a red pen to correct any mistakes you have. Thank you. Number 2. Listen, write, correct. Good luck.
Does our train go from platform 8?
No, platform 6. It says so on that sign.
My eyes are bad. That looks like platform 8 to me.
Anyway, it's no good waiting here on platform 4. Let's go.
Okay, so please check your answers. Again, use a red pen to correct any mistakes which you may have had. Thank you. Okay, the intake stage. Again, the intake stage is listen, repeat, and practice, practice, practice. Also, if you can practice with a friend, that would be great. But don't, be safe. Use video chat or something if you can. If you can't use it, don't worry. Just practice at home. Practice yourself. Practice with your family. Anyway, here goes. Maybe you can listen to this 5 times, 10 times, 100 times. It's up to you.
I'm sure I left the keys on the sofa.
Well, they're not there, and they're not on the table.
How about next to the TV?
I found them on the bookshelf. They looked as if they were hiding.
Question.
And conversation number 2. Listen, repeat, listen, repeat. Good luck.
Does our train go from platform 8?
No, platform 6. It says so on that sign.
My eyes are bad. That looks like platform 8 to me.
Anyway, it's no good waiting here on platform 4. Let's go.
Okay, so the final challenge is again, translate some sentences into English. Here they are, and good luck.